Yanni B had everything on his side. Life flowed smoothly, work went brilliantly, and the family was harmonious. He felt healthy, strong, and satisfied with life. On an ordinary morning, he went to work without the slightest idea that that day would turn everything upside down. Suddenly, he was accused of a crime, something he could never even imagine doing. Confusion quickly turned to shock as everyone, family, colleagues, friends, and acquaintances turned on him. He had become the scapegoat, the target of others' mistakes and malice. Despite his innocence, he was arrested and imprisoned. The grim reality of the cell felt like an absurd punishment for something he never did. But Yanni wasn't the one to give up. Inside, he knew he had to find out the truth. Soon, he caught sight of the real villains, the ones behind it all. These people had staged his downfall to save their own skins. A confrontation ensued, and Yanni, driven by the power of justice, bravely dealt with them. In a heated showdown, he knocked out his enemies. Under pressure, they confessed to their deceit and fraud. Yanni was still stuck in prison, even though the truth had come out. No one listened to his story, and each day in the cell felt like an eternity. But outside the walls, there was someone who didn't give up hope for his freedom. His twin brother, the only one who believed in him from the first moment. The brother, whose name was Jonas, was smart, cunning, and just as stubborn as Johnny. He knew the system would never correct its mistake on its own. So Jonas took matters into his own hands. He planned something bold, something that would require all his skill and courage. A prison break, not to steal anything, but to free his innocent brother. One night, under cover of darkness, Jonas managed to break into the prison. He moved silently like a shadow through the heavily guarded corridors, avoiding cameras and guards with precision. When he finally reached Yanni, the reunion was brief and intense. Jonas didn't have much time, and Yanni immediately understood what was going on. As the alarm soon went off and guards began moving through the compound, the brothers tried to sneak out. They encountered obstacles, heavy doors, and guarded exits, but together they managed to avoid detection. It felt like they were almost going to make it. But just as they reached the prison yard, the escape route was blocked. The alarm rang in the ears, and guards approached. Yanni, even though he was now free of his cell, realized that their chance of getting out alive was slim. "Jonas, you have to go," he said, looking his brother in the eye. Jonas didn't want to leave him, but he knew Johnny was right. "I'll be back," he whispered before disappearing into the darkness, leaving Johnny behind. Johnny hadn't managed to escape this time, but now he knew he wasn't alone. With Jonas on the loose and determined to free his brother, Johnny knew there was still hope. Their fight was far from over.